Welcome to Smack This, the unofficial Godsmack podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Humphrey, where I talk all things Godsmack. This is episode 22, the European Tour Review. This week in Godsmack news, it's been quite busy. This past Friday, unfortunately, the band had to announce the postponement the South American tour, which was actually supposed to kick off November the 8th. Unfortunately, they postponed it. So I'm sorry to all my friends down there in South America. But on the good side is that they said they're going to reschedule those shows for April. So stay tuned for those show listings in April. So they'll be down there. Plus, the new album will be out by then, I hope. And you guys get to hear it live, hear all the new stuff. Also, the band announced on Tuesday that the new song Surrender, which is coming off the new album Lighting Up the Sky, has went to number one on Active Rock Radio. It's their 12th single to go number one. In fact, it's 5 singles in a row that's went number one. Bulletproof, When Legends Rise, Under Your Scars, Unforgettable, all from the Legends Rise album went number one. Now this song's gone number one, so that's 5 in a row. The album haven't even came out yet, and so that's awesome. I think that's absolutely fantastic. I love that song. If you haven't heard it yet, go check it out. And then today, on my way home, they posted a video on social media with the song Surrender playing in the background. It says Friday, tomorrow. And you see a sun kind of crossing by, and then the planet Earth, and then a little bit of the sun logo, Godsmack sun logo, kind of flickering on Earth. I don't know what that means. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. My guess, and it's a guess, I don't know, is that we're finally going to get the video for Surrender. They haven't done that yet, so maybe that's what this is. I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. Alright, and that's it in Godsmack news this week. This is episode 22, the European Tour Review. Let's go a little bit of facts on this European tour. It started October the 5th in Cologne, Germany. It ended October the 26th in Bucharest, Romania. They played a total of 13 shows. They were actually scheduled to play 16 shows, so they actually had to cancel 3 of those shows. They canceled the October the 6th show in Paris, France because Sully was sick. They also canceled the October the 19th in Zurich, Switzerland. And they canceled the October the 20th in Vienna, Austria as well. I haven't really seen why they canceled those 2 shows. I'm going to guess there was an illness going on within the band. Again, that's kind of a guess. I haven't really seen anything that says anything different. Let's see. Also, we talked about this in past episodes about the Cologne, Germany show that got cut short during the encore. The power went out. Sully did Bulletproof and had the crowd singing back to him, which was freaking fantastic. If you hadn't seen that, go check that out on YouTube. So, let's talk about the stage. The stage was pretty much the same setup that they've been using during the Radio Festival tour, or what I called the Radio Festival tour. It really didn't have a name. I just kind of gave it a name. And the shows in Boston and Ocean City, Maryland, and the Vegas show. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the half of the album cover of When Legends Rise is the backdrop. On each side of Shannon's drum kit, there's amps with lights in front of it and lights on the top, or what looks like they're on top of the amps. A microphone on stage left and right and in the middle. Um, they didn't use any pyro during this European tour, but they had a really awesome lighting rig that they used. I thought that was fantastic. And then they did the Battle of the Drums during this tour as well. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. Now, what I really want to dig into is the set list. They changed it quite a lot during this European tour, which I think is fantastic because you got to keep it fresh, you know. Even though for fans who may have traveled to go see the band at multiple shows. So let's talk about the set list. So here's where I'm going to get my Godsmack geek on, fanboy on, so hang in there. They started playing 14 songs at the beginning of this tour. By the time they got to Birmingham, England, they went to playing 13 songs, so they dropped a song until they got to Sofia, Bulgaria, and then they went back up to 14 songs, and then in Bucharest, Romania, they went back to 13. Let's see what else. What was really cool, by the third show of the tour, they started playing Surrender, so it made its live debut in Manchester, England, and it was towards the end of the set list. And then a couple of shows later, like in London, they put it as the main set closer. Also, they played the song Speak from Godsmack 4, which got quickly dropped pretty fast. Sorry, there's my notes. So I'm going to give you some examples of this set list because it was freaking fantastic. It was so good. So there's your so good on it. Okay, so here's the set list from Glasgow, Scotland. So they did the intro with DJ Master Mike from the Beastie Boys that they've been doing. Then they went into song number 1, which was When Legends Rise. Song number 2 was Keep Away. Song number 3 was Crying Like a Beep. Song number 4 is Unforgettable. Song number 5 was Awake. Song number 6 is 1,000 Horsepower. Song number 7 is Something Different. Song number 8 is Speak. Song number 9 was Voodoo. And then they did the Battle of the Drums. And then song number 10 is Whatever. And that ended the main set. And then they went into the encores, which was really cool. Song number 11 was Under Your Scars. Song number 12 was Bulletproof. Song number 13 was Rocky Mountain Way, the Joe Walsh song, which they also recorded for the Live and Inspired, the EP Inspired part. And song number 14 was I Stand Alone. Now, so you get the idea of that. And then so they changed the set list. I'm calling it the second set list. This one is from London, England. So they did the intro. They went to When Legends Rise. Song number 2 was Keep Away. Song number 3 is Crying Like a Beep. Song number 4 is Unforgettable. Song number 5 is Awake. Song number 6 is 1,000 Horsepower. Song number 7 was Something Different. Song number 8 is Speak, so they're still playing Speak. Song number 9 is Voodoo. Then they did the Battle of the Drums. And here's the new song. Song number 10 is Surrender. Song number 11 is Whatever. Then they went to the encores and they played song number 12 is Under Your Scars. Song number 13 is Bulletproof. And then song number 14 was I Stand Alone. So a little bit different. They just added that Surrender song. And then we get to set list number 3, a third set list change. So this one is from Berlin, Germany. They did the intro, and then they went to song number 1, When Legends Rise. Song number 2 was Keep Away. Song number 3 is Crying Like a Beep. Song number 4 is Unforgettable. Song number 5 is Awake. Song number 6 was 1,000 Horsepower. Song number 7 is Something Different. Song number 8 is Voodoo. So there they dropped Speak right there. Then they did the Battle of the Drums. And then song number 9 is Whatever. Song number 10, and this is what I was talking about earlier, as the main set closer, was Surrender. And then they went into the encores. Song number 11 was Under Your Scars. Song number 12 is Bulletproof. And then song number 13 was I Stand Alone. So there's your 13 set list, or song set list, I should say. And then, last but definitely not least, a fourth set list change on this tour. This one is from the Sophie Bulgaria show. So they did the intro. They went into song number 1, which was When Legends Rise. So I want to kind of talk a little bit on this set list. This is awesome. When Legends Rise was being played on these other shows prior to this European tour. It was like 5 or 6 in the set list. They went back and put it back to number 1, and they switched it. They put 1,000 Horsepower, which was the beginning song for a couple of these shows, and they flip-flopped them together, and I'll explain here in a second. Song number 2 was Keep Away, which I think is a great fit. I think Keep Away needs to be up there at the top of the set list. Crying Like a Beep, it was song number 3. Song number 4 is Unforgettable. Song number 5 was Awake. Song number 6 is 1,000 Horsepower. So here's what I was talking about, where they kind of flipped them. Song number 7 was Something Different. Sully has the crowd get lighters or the flashlights on their phones, asking guys to put girls on their shoulders like an old rock show used to be. Song number 8 is Voodoo. Then they did the Battle of the Drums. Song number 9 is Whatever. And then song number 10 was Surrender. So they kept it there as the main set closer. And then the encore, they did song number 11, Under Your Scars. Song number 12 was Rocky Mountain Way, the Joe Walsh song. Song number 13 was Bulletproof, and then song number 14 is I Stand Alone. So any of these set lists, honestly, are fantastic. I think I would have kept Speak in it, but I mean, that's me. That way you represent all the Godsmack albums. But yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the Battle of the Drums. They pretty much did the same one that they've been doing. Shannon comes out and he goes to this side of the stage, slowly comes out with his drum kit and comes on this side of the stage. They face each other. They do a bunch of drum licks back and forth. Then they face the crowd and they do the drum medley, which was AC/DC's Back in Black, which led into Aerosmith's Walk This Way, which led into Metallica's Enter the Sandman. And then the end of medley, they do it like they always do, Rush's Tom Sawyer, and the drums spin around. Now, if you want to watch one of these shows from the European tour or relive it, it's actually on my playlist. I found a video of the whole show of the Sophie Bulgaria show, which is the 14 song set list plus as the new song. So check it out. It's on my playlist. Check it out. I watched it. It's absolutely freaking amazing. It's so good. There you go. Homework this week. Did you go to any of these shows? Write me a line. Any of these shows? How was it? There's question number 2. Homework question 2. Homework question number 3. What'd you guys think of the song Surrender live? I thought they pulled it off really good. It sounded great live. It actually kind of had me worried a little bit because I thought for sure that they would play it at the Vegas show before they went to the European tour, but they didn't do it, so they saved it for Europe. So again, that's fantastic. Uh, Next week's episode, episode 23, is going to be Sully's book, The Path We Choose. We're going to talk, or I'm going to talk about that book next week, and that's it for this week's episode. If you know anybody that's Godsmack fan, likes to talk about Godsmack, hear about Godsmack, send them this link. Tell them go on Google, Firefox, YouTube, whoever else. Tell them to type in Smack This, the unofficial. All my videos, all the podcasts will pull up. So yeah, send them this way. If you missed an episode, go back and check one out. There's a lot of them. So yeah, and that's it for this week. I'll see you guys next Thursday, where you just got smacked.